It's Friday, April 27th, 2012. My name is Jordan, and you're watching XDA TV. After hearing some of your feedback and the desire for some shorter videos, I'm going to try to keep this one short, sweet, and to the point. If you're the type of person that does any sort of work to APK files, such as modifying them, decompiling them, or recompiling them, you've probably noticed that there's not really a very good solution out there to do all of those things in one set package. Well, XDA forum member and recognized developer Diamondback has been working on a solution to exactly that problem. It was in a private beta for a short time, and now he's releasing it to the public as a beta as well. He's calling the project Virtuous 10 Studio, and basically it is a fully featured development environment. It brings together the APK tool, ADB, zip-align, sign, and many more things. Virtuous is a fully featured development environment. It allows you to interact with APK files just like you're interacting with their native Java code. It does syntax highlighting, which is extremely helpful, and there are help files on tons of different topics for it. And it's integrated with ADB. So in addition to being able to work on these APK files, you can also work with your device with the APK files that you're creating. So basically, if you're interested in decompiling and recompiling some APKs, modifying some existing ones, maybe even creating some of your own, I'm not sure if that's a possibility, but I believe it is, go ahead and take a look at Virtuous 10 Studio. I will have a link to that in the video description. Moving right along, there were a couple of HTC stories this week, so let's go ahead and cover them all at once. Last week there was a story about unlocking the HTC Wildfire S without actually voiding the warranty. Well, as it turns out, the method they used for unlocking it works on practically any HTC device that's available. And we have XDA senior member Simons34 to thank for that. In a quote from him, he says, "I've been able to create a method of unlocking any unlockable HBoot on any device as far as I can tell. The method works on S-on stock recovery devices. As of right now, I'm linking to a specific device. However, if you only use the unlock, you'll be fine. I need testers for other HTC devices. So if you do have an HTC device that you've been dying to unlock, go ahead and take a look at that thread over on the forum and see if this will work out for you." Now, you'll probably notice the one word I mentioned in that was S-on capable. Now, if you're one of those people that wants S-off on your HTC device, you may be in luck as well. This week, two XDA forum members, Fuses and Globotron, have unveiled a project they're calling Juopunadbear. Really long name that I'm going to put on the screen so you can just read it for yourself. I'm terrible with these words, sorry guys. The details on how it's actually being done are kind of scarce, which actually can be a bit of a good thing because too much knowledge on this means that it might get fixed a little bit sooner than we would like. It seems they found an exploit that's common on a lot of the unlocked developer devices, so they just went ahead and implemented that. A little word of warning though, it does involve using some wires and making contact with the device's board, though you're not supposed to have to actually take the device apart. So just be cautious if you do decide to try this on your own. And the last little bit of news regarding HTC devices, SuperCID has been made available for the HTC Amaze 4G and the HTC Rezound. If you're not familiar with SuperCID, it gives you the ability to flash any ROM to your device, regardless of which carrier it's for. This is very handy if you already have your device unlocked and you're wanting to take it from one carrier to another, but you have to have a specific ROM to be on that carrier. XDA senior member Electronic Rice and XDA forum member Jeff Feely have posted the ways to do it for the Amaze and the Rezound. And additionally, for HTC Amaze 4G users, XDA senior member Benjamin has posted two different automated scripts to do this for you. The first script will install SuperCID for you, and the second one will take you back to the stock T-Mobile CID. One way or another, for more information on that, head over to the XDA forum and check out the post that you can find down in the video description. Now let's move away from HTC stuff for a little while and talk about the Galaxy Nexus. While there are definitely ways to get the SIM unlocked on the Galaxy Nexus, it's kind of difficult to keep it unlocked if you do a factory reset or you flash a different ROM to it. While there are ways to get it back, it would be kind of convenient to not have to keep going back through those steps every time you want to flash a new ROM to it. Well, XDA forum member JUP007 has been working on a method to do exactly that. He says it's not quite stable yet, so he doesn't recommend anyone trying it out. To quote his own words, he says, "Above all, back up, and as always, I'm not responsible for anything." That's pretty much boilerplate that you would expect to hear in something like this. So if you are one of these people that wants to try a permanent unlock and you don't mind contributing to the community and potentially breaking your device, go ahead and check out the forum thread and see what you can do to help out. And since we're speaking of the Galaxy Nexus, the part of the audience that's probably listening right now has probably heard of the Galaxy Nexus toolkit. Well, thanks to XDA recognized developer and senior moderator mskip, version 6.0 of the Galaxy Nexus toolkit is now available, and it adds in a phone mods section, which has things such as changing the screen density, adding clockwork mod recovery in, changing camera sounds, adding some camera enhancements such as increasing the video bitrate, which is awesome in my opinion, changing the Wi-Fi scan interval, which actually might be helpful for the battery now that I think about it, changing the startup boot animation screen, and changing the screen color control with gamma offset and color multipliers. It is noted in the instructions though you have to use an insecure boot image to use most of these things, so keep that in mind before you do try it. One way or another though, for those Galaxy Nexus owners out there, you do have more options available. You have more things that are just easy to do to your phone. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with, I'm going to tell you to go over to the XDA site and actually read an article. This article is by AdamOutler and it's called The Perfect Phone. And basically it's his opinion on the articles that have been posted by a lot of other sites on what they consider to be the perfect phone and how it doesn't really fit what he thinks should be the perfect phone. So if you are interested in that, I definitely recommend it. It is a very good read. And that does lead me to a very good question, and I'll wrap up the video with this. What would be the perfect phone for you? What set of features would it have to be perfect in your opinion? Of course, that's going to change from day to day, from person to person, so just let us know in the comment section down below. As always though, all of the stories I talked about can be found in the video description or over on xda-developers.com. That's all I've got for you today though. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.